This is the question asked in today's SkillTrack Daily Challenge. So in the first line of our input, we are given the values of R and C. And after that, we are given a R cross C character matrix which represents a city. And the character can be either a hyphen or a asterisk initially. If the character is hyphen, then it means it is a empty land. And if it is a asterisk, then it means it is a building. So now the government has planned to build new buildings. So the new buildings will be represented by asterisks. And the condition is the new buildings can be built if there is a empty land in any one of the four corners of a already existing building. So for asterisk, if there is a empty land in any one of its four corners, so it can be either top left, top right, bottom left or bottom right. So in any of these four index, if there is an empty land, then we can build a new building. So for the first asterisk, let us start checking. So the first asterisk doesn't has top left and top right. So in the bottom left, we already have a building, and in the bottom right, we are building a new building. So this newly built building is represented using asterisks. And then for the second asterisk, again we don't have the top left and top right. So in its bottom left, we have already built a building. So we are checking for other. So in the bottom right, again there is a building existing. So with the second asterisk, we cannot build any new buildings. So we move to the third building, and in the third asterisk, top left there is a empty land. So we are building a new building, and in top right and bottom left there are already existing building, but in the bottom right there is a empty land. So we can again build a new building over there. So we are moving to our fourth asterisk, and for the fourth asterisk there is no top right and bottom right, and in the top left there is already building, and in bottom left there is a empty land. So in the empty land again we are building a new building. So we move to the third row. So in the third row, the first character is asterisk, and there is no top left and bottom left, and in top right there is already building, and in bottom right also there is already a building. So we move to the last asterisk in the third row, and then there is no top right and bottom right, and in the top left there is a empty land, and also in bottom left there is a empty land. So we built two more new buildings. So we move to the fourth row, and in the fourth row the second column has asterisks. So we can check in four sides. So in the top left there is already building, and in top right we have built a building, and in bottom left and bottom right we have a building. So we move to the next asterisk. So for the next asterisk, in the bottom left we can build a new building, and it does not has top right and bottom right. And then for the asterisk percent in the last row, in the second column we can build a new building at the top left and also in the top right. So we are building two new buildings. And for the third asterisk in the last row, we can build a new building in the top right. So this is our final building. So after this we cannot build a new building at all, because for the fourth asterisk it has surrounded by already buildings. So we cannot build a new building for the fourth asterisk in the last row. So these are all the new buildings which we have built. So now we have to print the count of all these hash. So that would be our output. So totally we have built 10 new buildings which are represented by hash. So in our output we print 10. So this is how we get 10 as our output. Now let us see our logic. So first I am creating a new character array named city of size 51 cross 51, and I am creating three more integer variables named r, c and count, and I am initially setting count is equal to 0. And here we have declared all these variables outside the main function, because we will be using these values within our function and also within our main function. So if we declare all these variables outside the function, then we need not pass them individually each time in the arguments. So that is why we are creating them outside the main function. So now let us start with our main function. First we have to accept the values of r and c as input, and after that we have to accept r cross c characters and store it in city array. And now we have to check whether it is possible to build new building. So we were given the condition, if there is already an existing building and there is an empty land in any one of its four corners, then we can build a new building. So Using a nested for loop, I'm iterating through all the characters in the array, and if the character is equal to asterisk, then I'm going to check for 4 of its corners. So using the function check, first I'm checking the bottom right. So the bottom right would be present in next row, next column. So within the arguments I'm passing I plus 1, j plus 1. So I plus 1 is the next row and j plus 1 is the next column. So this will check for bottom right. Similarly, we have to check for bottom left and then top left and top right. So we have to call the same function check, but we have to pass the values accordingly. So finally, after the execution of this nested for loop, this will be checking the total number of possible buildings that can be built. So the count will be stored in the variable named count. So finally, using a printf statement, we print the value of count. Now let us see how this function check works. So this function checks two integers, row and column, in its arguments. And first it checks whether the values of row and column are within the range. So the row must be greater than or equal to 0 and row must be less than or equal to r minus 1. And similarly, the column must be greater than or equal to 0 and the column must be less than or equal to c minus 1. If all of these 4 conditions are satisfied, then the values of row and column are within the range. So only when all these 4 conditions are satisfied, we are going to check whether it is possible to build a new building. So within this if condition, again we have to check whether now it is an empty land or not. So again, using a if condition, I am checking whether the character at the index row and column is equal to hyphen or not. Only when if it is a hyphen, we can build a new building. So whenever it is a hyphen, then I update the character to hash and also I increment the value of the variable count. Since we have built the new building, I am incrementing the value to count. So this is how we will be counting the newly built buildings. So finally, we will be printing the value of count after the execution of this nested loop. So this is the logic. Thank you for watching.